Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the dad in DPS, and we're back once again with another episode of The Good, the Scrap, and the Script, a series where I review weapons I've either found or made in Appalachia and see if they're up to snuff. And today's a little bit of a different and special one. Now, the reason this is a special one is because we're actually going to be using two separate weapons. The first one is Beam Me Up Spotty. This is an anti-armor, 25 damage while aiming, weapons break 50% slower, Ultricite Gatling laser. Now, Gatling lasers are a lot more powerful than they were back in the day, and this one is no different. Now, this is a god roll, anti-armor, great effect. Damage while aiming on this type of weapon, very great effect. And breaks 50% slower, incredibly great effect. So I'm very happy with this weapon, and we're going to be testing it out today. However, its brother is also here. And this is its brother weapon. Damn it, Jim. Beam. And it has armor penetration, weapon speed, and action point cost. Now, the different effects are weapon speed and damage while aiming, but both of them do increase the effectivity of the weapon in a sense by 25%. Ultricite versus regular laser. And it's going to be interesting to see if one is far more powerful than the other. I'm really not sure how this is going to go, but it's certainly a video that I'm interested to make. Either way guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's see what is going to win. Now, this is the build that we're using throughout the video, and I'm going to give a special mention to a perk that I didn't bother putting on during the filming of this, and that would be Power User. Now, this perk will actually increase your ammo by double. So normally you have 500, you'll have 1000. I didn't use it throughout the video. It doesn't actually affect how the weapon functions, other than you have more ammo. Now, the way this is going to work is we're going to go through with the first one and then move to the next. We're going to start off with the regular Gatling laser. Now, you're seeing it is slicing through this super mutant with great efficiency, and we're able to hit this guy up here quite easily. Very good weapons, very powerful damage. And the thing is, I don't think the Ultricite is going to struggle against these guys either. It's going to be a fairly quick murderation. Now, the thing I would say about these weapons is, unfortunately, their ammo isn't as easy to come by as others. And that's because enemies typically won't drop them, because they're, they're fusion cores. And when you make Ultricite fusion cores for a weapon, then it becomes harder to get. So there is a couple of methods to farm this ammo, and we'll go over that later in the video. Now, the great thing about these weapons is you can tell which one I'm using based on the colour of the laser. And you're seeing the Ultricite definitely feels like it's got better numbers on it. Now, whether that's true or not, I'll need to watch the video back and see, but I'm fairly certain the Ultricite laser has the superior damage so far. So that is definitely one point in there. Now, it does have the superior damage, but obviously its fire rate is slightly slower. And because the fire rate's slightly slower, that could affect against Jeff. And the best thing I can do to kind of illustrate that is we will have a timer next to when we first fire our shot, and Jeff and the Queen die. Alright, here we come, Jeff. We're going to absolutely leather you. Now, I don't know how quickly this is going to kill him, but as you're seeing, he is going down fairly fast. We're not getting headshots in because Jeff is a big boy, but yeah, that went quite well. It looks like the Ultricite gods have decided to bless this Gatling laser, so let's get our shots into Jeff. Now, you're seeing he's going down fairly quickly as well. We are getting some headshots, and down he goes quite quick. Now, I have had a little sneaky peek at the damages and the timings of the previous test, and what I will say is that it is quite clear that the weapon is doing a little bit more. Well, the Ultricite is doing a little bit more on there. And you're seeing this completely shreds through a Mirelurk Queen with absolutely no effort, shape or form. It's a very good weapon. But the Ultricite is definitely a little bit faster so far. Whether that's just from damage or just random things, it's hard to say. I nearly died there. But so far, the Ultricite is definitely winning this race. But at the same time, it's not a bad weapon. The regular laser is not a bad weapon. You're seeing that we are able to deal some hefty damage, but you need to watch with Mirelurk shells because they do reflect lasers. Alright, so time to use the Ultricite. Now this is a much higher version of the Queen, unfortunately, so we can't do a proper comparison, but at the same time, you're seeing that she goes down fairly quickly to this weapon. You're seeing that the damage this thing outputs is quite insane. Like, it is a very powerful weapon. Ammo effectivity, yeah, isn't great against things like the Queen, and she finished us off. But you're seeing that you can put out a lot of damage in a short amount of time. And that's the thing about this weapon, is it does a lot of damage very quickly. So we come to the expeditions, and the reason we're doing this is to show the ammo effectivity of these weapons. Now, something I did discover is these can in fact drop Ultricite fusion cores. However, there is a very, very low chance of it. So when you kill the enemies, there is a chance you'll get some ammo. But it is such a low chance that they'll drop it that it's just not worth actually coming into daily ops and this and basically using the weapon. And the reason for that, again, is that when you check the loot, there's not any of the fusion cores. And this applies to both the regular and to the Ultricite. You're not getting your ammo back. So as a result, I would heavily encourage, if you coming into like expeditions or daily ops, don't bother using this weapon like to kill regular enemies. That's not to say, however, you cannot farm ammo through this. So what I would suggest you do is, if you're going to be doing daily ops or this anyway, is that you go through this expedition and you basically use whatever weapon other than this that you want to farm ammo for. So for example, a cremator or a, I don't know, whatever you're using, like a minigun, something, anything, whatever you're using, anything that just uses standard rounds. And then when you come into the expedition, you get to the end and you switch to this weapon before you leave. If you do that, that means you will get ammo for this weapon at the end, and you'll get around about 4 of the Ultricite fusion cores, which is basically 2,000 rounds, which is a lot of ammo. And if you farm it a couple of times, you're going to get a bunch of ammo out of it. So you can still farm ammo using expeditions for this weapon. You just need to use a weapon like a plasma caster, a fucking anything else that's gonna allow you to basically go in here and just kill the basic enemies, but swap to your main weapon, or rather to the Ultricite Gatling lasers at the end of here. So yeah, that is pretty much the video. Now the winner, I would have to say, is the Ultricite Gatling laser. I feel like it's doing more damage per second than the regular. Now whether that's to do with the actual weapon itself or the effects on there, I'm not too sure. Both of them are anti-armor and both of them have a 25 bonus to either faster fire rate or to the actual damage when aiming. And I can't say for certain one is affecting this weapon more than the other, because both of them do have an incredibly fast fire rate and both of them do have incredible damage. But again, the Ultricite is just winning out. It's not a massive like difference, but it is enough that I can safely say that the Ultricite is the winner of this. Either way guys, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Definitely leave a comment down below if you disagree with my opinion on this, or if you have anything to add to the conversation. And we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.
Entwining a twisted mind, seeking prey to